ladies and gentlemen, please welcome tonight's guest, Logan Staats, and our host, Mike McCurley, on Hamilton Originals.
Oh, geez, hey. Mark, you sound like an FM DJ or something. That's great, thank you. And welcome, folks, to the West Dell. We're going to start out with a song. That's about all we do here is songs. Maybe a little juggling, dancing. No, just kidding. Yeah, Logan Staats on the stage tonight. And we're going to play one song for you to get the ball rolling. You what?
Yeah, I have to plug in.
Plug it in. It gets a little louder.
Where it go, the best love I've ever known. And there it goes, right out the window. Washed away my sin and done an honest way. Should have vanquished all my demons and broke free from that cage. 'Cause you deserve a better man, you deserve a better plan. You can always find better love if you run it like the river does, and your lover won't deliver trust. You just run it like the river does. Running like the river does. Should have washed away my sin and done an honest way. Vanquished all my demons and broke free from that cage. You deserve a better man, you deserve a better plan. Always find better love if you run it like the river does, and your lover won't deliver trust. You just run it like the river does. Just run it like the river does. You run it like the river does. Like the river does, running like the river does. You running like the river does, running like the river does, running like the river does. You running like the river does, running like the river does, running like the river does. You running like the river does, running like the river does, running like the river does. We'll go, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, Logan Staats. Nice one, Logan.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
And before we get going with the real show, I just got to take a moment to mention Boris Brott, because as you probably know, he passed away a week or so ago, a couple of weeks ago. And we just wanted to dedicate the show to Boris Brott. Yeah. A huge guy, you know, the leader of the Hamilton Philharmonic and a big influence in my life. I met him when I was 16. I worked with him then. He was 25 when he moved here to be the conductor of the Philharmonic. He was on one of my earlier shows. If you get a chance, check that out. I was going to be a veterinarian until I met Boris. So I'm kind of glad, because your dogs and cats would have died under my care. So, yeah, this is for Boris, the show. All right, Logan Staats. Well, let's talk a little bit. Enough singing.
Cool.
All right, so how did it all start for you, Logan, when you were a little kid? You know, like, what was the big inspiration?
I guess it starts with my dad.
Your dad?
Showed me really good music when I was growing up. We always had really, really amazing music playing in the house.
Wow.
So I kind of owe my musical taste to my dad, who's here tonight somewhere.
He's here?
Yeah.
You're kidding. Where is he? He's out there. Okay, well, we're honored, aren't we? Well, that's fantastic. And now, your guitar, that was your grandfather's?
It was actually one of my dad's friends. My dad gave it to me.
Oh, your dad gave it to you?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a good dad, isn't he? Because I looked it up online. That's a 1945 Martin D28.
1945.
Yeah. Logan didn't know. I said, how old's that thing? He wasn't sure, so we looked it up. Like, I got a 1968 Martin. I bought in 1968, but 45, that's like really old. So that's cool. Now, I think we have a shot of, like, was it your grandmother, I think, that might have also influenced you?
Yeah, I think, you know,
Hey?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Look at you. You're like, I don't know, 8 or something there, right? Yeah, cute. All right. And apparently they attended the Mohawk Institute.
That's my other grandmother.
Okay, the other side?
Other side of my family.
Okay, because we're going to get into that a little later. But and so as a kid, like, did you always want to get into music? It was your folks that got you? How'd that work out?
I don't know, man. It was just like music became medicine for me. You know, when I was sad and heartbroken, music is the one thing that made me feel better, you know, and gave me purpose, you know. So it started as just therapy, you know.
Nice.
And here we are today.
Well, therapy's good. Yeah. So, and then also, I know you lived in Brantford as well as Oshwegan.
Yeah.
So that kind of created a bit of...
yeah, you know, being a generational survivor of the Mohawk Institute, you know, there was a lot of separation between me and my culture growing up.
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, music was just a way to kind of connect to Creator. You know, it's the one place I know that I am directly connected to Creator, you know, is through music, so.
Nice. Yeah, well, but you must have felt a bit like, you know, because you know, as I was reading about you online, and you're, you know, an Indigenous guy in downtown Brantford, but you're also kind of on the res as well,
Yeah.
and you're maybe not quite fitting into either one. Is that right?
Yeah, you know, in the beginning, like being displaced, you crave to know where you belong, you know, and in an urban setting, you know, I was in Brantford, I was the native guy, you know, but on the res early, I was, you know, an outsider.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was just like, you know, kind of finding myself and getting back to my roots.
Nice. And, you know, we had another guy on the show a year or two ago by the name of Tom Wilson.
Hey.
He had a similar experience. There he is, wearing a cowboy hat. What's with that? But, yeah, Tom, you know, like although he didn't really know of his heritage until like 5 or 6 years ago. Quite a story for old Tom. So boy, it's been rough in this country, but later. So why did you get into doing like you became like a teenager or whatever? You got older and you decided to start playing publicly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, it just made me feel better, and then that same feeling, I was able to share that. People came up to me and told me that my songs made them feel better. So it wasn't just medicine for me, but it was medicine for the people that I was sharing it with.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what drove me. And it was just like the one place, I felt comfortable and belonged was inside of a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can tell you feel comfortable inside the song. I like that. Well, let's do, maybe we should do another one. You did that one, She Just Wants a Folk Song.
Yeah.
I like that one. And I saw the video of that. It's got Layla Black in it.
Logan Staats.
I said that, didn't I? Layla Staats? Didn't I say it? No, just kidding. I messed that up. But Layla, I mean, she's been on a number of your videos. Great singer. And
Yeah, there's something when two siblings sing together. It's called blood harmony. And it's like my sister. It just like is an extension of me. She's one of the best songwriters I've ever met.
Okay, well, I didn't dig deep enough because I didn't know she was your sister. But
You couldn't tell?
well, now that you mention it, no, I'm not that bright. I'm like a post, dumb as a post. But okay, well, that's good to know, and that's great that you're singing with your sister. Family's everything, isn't it, folks? Family, yeah. Okay, well, let's do this one. She Just Wants a Folk Song.
I know you're listening from the driver's seat of that old Ford, and I know you miss me. Your pride must be so. She's wearing an outfit from her mother's store. She's living a life heart can afford. And I know that I'm right, but I hope that I'm wrong. She'll never love me, but she'll always love my songs. And I know that I'm right, but I hope that I'm wrong. She'll never love me, but she'll always love my songs, my song. My song. My lonely song. And I've got my fists up, but I don't want to fight. I can't find my dates, love. I've been searching all night. She just wants a folk song, not anything more. She just wants a folk song, one she can adore. And I know that I'm right, hope that I'm wrong. She'll never love me, but she'll always love my songs. And I know that I'm right, hope that I'm wrong. She'll never love me, but she'll always love my song. My song. my lonely, my lonely, lonely song. And I know that I'm right, hope that I'm wrong. She'll never love me, but she'll always love my soul. And I know that I'm right, hope that I'm wrong. She'll never love me, but she'll always love my soul. And I know, yes, I know, and I know, yes, I know, and I know. And I know. And I know that I'm right. Hope that I'm wrong. She'll never love me, but she'll always love my song. Yeah, we'll go. Thank you very much.
Hey. Oh, man, I love it. This guy plays really quietly, doesn't he? I'm playing electric. I got to, like, tone it down here. Oh, I love that song. What about, let's talk about some of your influences, because I know you've had, you've really lucked out with some great people, I think. Not lucked out, but I mean, you've had some help along the way. Let's start with Buffy St. Marie. Give me a story. What do you got?
I guess my most recent story with Buffy is I was in BC and I was arrested by the RCMP.
Yes, we're getting into that one later. That's a good one.
And I didn't know if I was going to make the show, you know, and just by the skin of my teeth, as she would say, we made it just 15 minutes before the gig, you know, and walked on the stage. And it was one of the best shows of my life, and it meant a lot to me because it was one of those moments where she was like, told me she was proud of me for what I'm doing, you know.
Nice.
So to me, you know, like that's Buffy
big.
St. Marie saying that to me. I'm like, I'm ready to retire now.
Yeah, you can go to bed now. No, because I grew up on her, you know, Bob Dylan and Phil Oakes and all the folk singers, and there was Buffy St. Marie and Joni Mitchell and Judy Collins and like these female singers, but she was so cool. She did the Universal Soldier.
Yeah.
I forget, but she was so great. And then I've got a shot of Robbie Robertson, who also lived in the summers on the res in Oswego. Now, I'm just plugging my own show here a bit, because we had Ronnie Hawkins on the show. Well, not actually on the show, because he's so old, he couldn't quite make it, but he was sort of on, and we did an interview. But as you know, Ronnie hooked up with Robbie in the late 50s, and yeah, so Robbie, you got any stories about him?
No, he's one of those guys I've always wanted to meet. You know, I've never got to meet Robbie.
Yeah.
You know, and then coming from Six Nations and just having like little similarities, you know, in his life. You know, I've always gravitated towards him in the band, and that was one of the bands that was playing in the house all the time. You know, so I really dig it. You know, there's a guy from Six Nations who's playing guitar for Bob Dylan and playing guitar for Ronnie. Like, to me, it's just like, you know.
Yeah. Cool. I think I got a shot of him playing, there he's accepting an award from the Six Nations.
Yeah.
From the APTN, I think. And that was an article in the Spec a few years ago. Yeah, Robbie Robertson. And let's not forget Keith Secola.
Yeah, Indian Car.
We got a shot of him, quite a leader in the indigenous music scene. That'd be
one time I was playing at the Native American Music Awards, and Keith Secola was getting honored like Artist of the Year or something. We were staying at the same hotel, and he met me out in the smoking area. He had his little laptop, and he just started recording.
Oh, yeah?
You know, he was like, I think he was kind of blown away that he just needed a little box to record now.
Yeah, yeah.
But I remember sitting, just like in the smoking area, smoking cigarettes and playing songs for him.
Nice. Well, that's great. Now I'm going to move on to maybe one of your first bands, the Ghost Town Orchestra.
Yeah.
Now tell us about that. They're there. Look at those guys.
Yeah, you know, it was a really good learning experience playing with that band, you know?
Yeah.
And I cherish those memories, you know, but it was also one of my more painful times, you know? I signed with a bad record label. Some of my music got taken. I got kicked out of the band. My best friend was singing in the band, singing my songs.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, it was one of those situations that...
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's move right along.
Yeah, let's move on from that. Let's just move on.
But there's another shot of them, but quickly we'll move along. But no, I'm just kidding. I'm sure they were good guys in their own way.
Yeah.
And then your first album, Goodbye Goldia, we got a shot of that, I think. There she is. Who's Goldia?
Goldie is my other grandmother, and she passed away before I wrote this album, and I just wanted to dedicate it to her, you know, and so that's the name behind Goodbye Goldia.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that was a sad moment. Goldia. Well, maybe we should play another song. What do you say? Enough gabbing, right?
Let's do it.
Oh, I love this song. You got a little story about this, don't you? Because it's a neat story, so tell it.
Well, anyone who's heard me play has heard this story 100 times. Rita, you're probably sick of hearing it. When I was a young man, I used to sneak down to this coffee shop on my reservation because you could smoke inside. In those days, it was like
Those
one
were
of
the
those glass rooms, and I used to steal my mom's cigarettes and go there and smoke. But I befriended an elder from my community, and she gave me a ride into town one day, and she started to speak to someone in her back seat, and I'm looking behind me, and there was nobody there except for this beautiful wooden box, which contained the ashes of her late husband. And at the time, you know, a young man, it kind of freaked me out a little bit, you know? But as I grew up, you know, and it became this example of what true love should be, this everlasting light, you know, that just doesn't go out. And I call it I Wish I Knew Your Name, because for the life of me, I cannot remember her name.
That's happened to me a number of times, I'll tell you. What's her name? I'll never forget what's her name.
Yeah, run down coffee shore, back when you could smoke inside. She hid behind a burning cigarette, the chip porcelain matched a smile. Husband's that shit in the backseat, calling that box by his first name. She refused to say goodbye, not even after flame. And I want to love like that, through the thick and through the thin. and I wanna love deadly. Through the thick and through the thin. Now I wish I knew your name, so that I could find you great. And I'd sing your ghostly soul, and I'd tell you that you were wrong. With your husband's ashes in your backseat, calling that box by his first name. She refused to say goodbye, not even after flame. And I wanna love like that, through the thick and through the thin. And I wanna love it led, through the thick and through the thin. Across the ocean, through the storm, across the desert and the sun. Now all my lovers left me, every single goddamn one, every single one, every single one. Now I wish I knew your name. Yeah, we're going.
Okay, the surprise ending. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Well, now I'm going to move into the speaking part because I think you've been a big influence on a lot of people, because Logan goes out and does the odd kind of speaking engagement, right? I think it started in Whitby, and like 5 years ago, I read something about the education center, and you went in and, okay, maybe that was a different guy. No, was it? Like, you've done some speaking, right?
Yeah, you know, I've done lots of speaking all over First Nations communities. You know, I love working with the youth. You know, I'm a big giant kid myself. You know, so I like hanging out with the little guys.
Yeah, it's sort of like payback, right? Like, because I mean, when you were a kid, you had some great mentors and influences, and you like to pass that on. I know the feeling. So, and that leads me to a great documentary which I watched a part of. I didn't have time to see it all. It's called When They Awake.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about that. Now, I just want to read you this because, like, I've read every Indigenous book ever written by, like, Joseph Boyden and Cardinal, and you know. Anyway, this is a quote right there from Louis Riel. He says, "My people will sleep for 100 years. When they awake, it will be the artists who will give them their spirits back." 1885, Louis Riel. I think he should have been prime minister, not that goofy guy, John A. Macdonald. That guy was, he was a bad guy. He killed Louis, right? Anyway, let's not go down that road, but I mean, that was the documentary that you did with a number of other Indigenous artists, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, how'd that work out? Tell us.
That was a long time ago now. Yeah, it was basically just talking about, you know, the effects of colonization across the back of Turtle Island, you know, and how there is, you know, diamonds in the rough that it produced, you know, and it was also the first time that I met Buffy. And
Right.
after the documentary, she asked me to play with her at the Sanderson Center, so
Oh, the Sanderson Center in Brantford?
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
And
Yeah, I
there,
toured around with the film for a little while and played in different film festivals and stuff. Yeah, it was a great time.
oh, that's good. So check that out, folks. When They Awake, quote from Louis Riel for Prime Minister. I only wish. And you also played with JB, the First Lady, and Nisquay,
Yeah.
like a number of great Indigenous artists here in Canada. And so it's a good show. I got to finish watching that. Now tell me, because now we're going to move into the launch. Did that lead kind of into the launch?
No,
Okay.
that was before the launch. I guess it kind of led to the launch, you know. But I basically got a call one day from Bell Media, and they're like, "You want to be on this show?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know about television shows and stuff like that." And then they're like, "Well, Shania Twain's going to be on it." I was like, "Okay, well, this sounds cool. This sounds groovy."
Okay, let's go with it.
Yeah, you know, it was just like, it was a brand new experience for me. It was challenging, but, you know, I think it helped me to be a better musician, you know, and it helped me with my songwriting a lot.
Yeah, I'm sure it would. It was like the Canadian version of America's Got Talent or one of those.
One of
kinda-
those, The Voice,
yeah.
The Launch,
Yeah,
Canadian Idol, they're all the same.
yeah, they're all. But you know, it kind of worked, right? Like it did launch you to a certain extent.
Yeah, definitely.
But then, like you say, there's always a downside to fortune and fame, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. There's a million songs about that one. And you performed a song called The Lucky Ones, written by Busby and Rex. Huh?
BB Rexa,
Yeah, Rex? Okay.
Rexa.
Yeah, I'm old, eh? Like I don't know, but and there, I just got to say, like, you met one of my favorite female singers, Shania Twain.
Mm-hmm.
There she is. And, you know, what a great performer she is, and great, well, her partner was a great songwriter, right? I guess. What was his name? Mutt Lang? No? I don't know. Okay. Let's get away from that, because I'm out of my element, people. But, okay, so, yeah, that was the big machine, the Bell Media. And that can be tricky, you know, because you got big media, you know, yeah, I can imagine that can often go south on you. But it looks like you survived.
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
Good to have you back. And then you released Fear the Flame, a single,
Yep.
just after that, I think. There it is. Fear the Flame, okay. And went to Nashville. Is that where you recorded that one, Nashville?
No, I recorded Fear the Flame here in Toronto, but I wrote it out in Nashville.
Yeah, so tell us a little about Nashville. I've been there a few times. I love that city, right?
I loved it. I loved the food. I gained like 40 pounds when I went to Nashville.
Yeah. Yeah, that pulled pork and
And
stuff.
it was also like the first time where I was like really, really tried co-writing. You know, I'd kind of been really just like, I don't know, I didn't really like writing with people and sharing like, you know, my demons with everybody, you know, but I tried it out in Nashville, and then it was just like, I wrote some really cool songs with some really cool people, and it just like opened a whole other kind of door, you know?
Yeah,
When two
I can
people get
imagine.
together, the flavors are different, right? So.
And that brought out the new album. That's where you did that, Light in the Attic?
No, Light in the Attic was, I've been like writing it and recording it over COVID here on the reservation, Toronto, a bunch of different studios, a lot with Glenn Marshall from Hamilton.
All right.
So it's kind of been sporadically done all over the place, you know, just whenever things kind of slowed down.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. Why the title, A Light in the Attic?
A Light in the Attic's kind of like a play on words, you know. It's you know, the challenges that came up from the launch and stuff kind of drove me into a dark place. You know, and A Light in the Attic is just like finding light in that. It's play on words, light in the addict.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So it's just like, you know, kind of finding light in all of that, you know, darkness and climbing yourself out of that.
Nice. Well, I'm sure we've all been in dark places before, so it's good to get out into the light. Well, let's do another song kind of on that theme called Warrior.
Yeah.
Okay. Warrior. Yeah.
Found a little lover down at Landbag Lane. It's like trying to build a fire in pouring rain. I kept it under cover, I could feed that flame. When I finally recover, I can love again. See, we got our mother's bones. We're made of sticks and stones, and the steel will rust, and the concrete cracks, and the walls will all fall down. But my love and trust is firmly rooted deep within the ground. It's the story of a warrior. Ain't love to feel sorry for. It's the story of a warrior. True love, Victoria. Baby, you're not just kissing me, we're making history. Baby, you're not just kissing me, I said we're making history. Found a little lover down at Landbag Lane. Had to tell my other lover I don't feel the same. But when you're loving undercover, you can feel so ashamed. But when you give it to another, you can break its chains. See, we go our mother's bold. We're made of sticks and stones, and the steel will rust, and the concrete cracks, and the walls will all fall down. But my love and trust is firmly rooted deep within the ground. It's the story of a warrior. You ain't love to feel sorry for. It's the story of a warrior. True love, Victoria. Baby, you're not just kissing me, we're making history. Baby, you're not just kissing me, I said we're making history. See, we got our mother's bones, were made up of sticks and stone. And the steel well rust and the concrete cracks, walls will all fall down. And the steel well rust and the concrete cracks and the walls they'll all fall down.
Sweet warrior. And that's kind of what you guys are. We're going to go into the warrior phase here, I think. And, you know, we got to talk about that Mohawk Institute a little, because that was a really gross part of Canadian history.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't the only. I mean, there was lots of these schools around where it was pretty gross. Anyway, we're going to do a song about that when we end the night called Dead Man. But, you know, do you have any stories from your grandparents about that? Or
It's not something that you know,
yeah,
we really talk about.
Okay, got it. I can understand that because it was so sad. But what about that old pipeline going across British Columbia?
Yeah.
There's that. Like, oh, look at this shot we got. Front and center, Logan Staats right there. Okay? So tell us about that. How'd you get involved?
Yeah, I got involved first, you know, at Land Back Lane, you know, and doing activism work here on our own nation. And they made a call out, northern BC, for warriors to come down there, you know, so I wanted to contribute in any way that I could, you know, I wanted to help in any way that I could, so I went down there, you know, and once I went down there, it was like I became family with a lot of these people, you know, it's like, it's, you know, it's pretty crazy thing and been a pretty crazy part of my life, but it also fills me with a lot of pride, you know, to be out there and to be giving it my all, you know.
Yeah, well, we're all proud of you for doing it, I'll say that. I sure am, eh, folks? Yeah. Because those big money guys out there, the oil boys, they gotta, you know, they need some therapy, I think. Yeah, so that's out in what's Sowetan territory. Now, what about okay, so that leads into, so you kind of got arrested and beat up by the cops, right? The RCMP.
Yeah.
The Mounties, they're on our side, you'd think, but no.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
They're not on your side. They're not on our side.
No, I was being sarcastic. No, you're right. So what happened there?
I was peacefully, you know, singing a song on a bridge, and you know, with an elder of the community, and they grabbed me and they, you know, beat me up, threw me to the ground, threw me in jail.
Threw him in jail for singing a song.
Well, I guess I was also like,
Well,
yeah,
shit, eh? Like,
yeah. It was when I don't know, when you're assaulted like that by the very people that are supposed to protect you, it's traumatizing, and it's hard for me to even talk about sometimes, you know, but I'm glad that we were able to stand there, even in the midst of all their violence, you know, while they were beating us up, we all stood there with peace in our hearts, you know, and great peace, you know, and we did our best to set an example, you know, for these police and show them that, I don't know. Sorry, I get rambling about.
yeah, well, no, it's, anyway, they threw you in jail. Apparently they stripped you of your clothes except for your long underwear. That's what I read.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's in jail.
And not just me, also my sister. You know,
And your sister.
also my sister. They stripped her down to her
Hey,
base layers as well, too.
that's a Canadian government for you. Hey, woo.
Yeah.
Okay, don't get me going. So, Let's go to a song quickly. We got another song here. It's Take Me Back. How about that one?
Sure.
Yeah.
And I actually wrote this song sitting on the hotel bed after getting arrested. Camouflage eyes, rolled cigarettes, sweet taste of freedom, my love on your bed. You were playing songs on that hotel bed. You were taking all that thrift store dead. 'Cause we were going, we were going. Love's been running from the lawyer. They could lock me up tomorrow morning. I know you love me when I'm going. Take me back to the river. Take me back to where they never take your loving from me. Take me back to the river, honey. Take me back to where they never take your loving from me. They can't ever take your loving from me, no. They won't ever take your loving from me, no. I got your mugshot in my window. The only photo that I got. Well, you ain't hiding, you ain't shy, yeah. You can see your crooked smile and the rebel that's inside you. 'Cause we were coming, we were going. But love running from the lawyer. They could lock me up tomorrow morning. I know you love me when I'm going. Take me back to the river, honey. Take me back to where they never take your loving from me. Take me back to the river, honey. Take me back to where they never take your loving from me. They can never take your loving from me, no. 'Cause we were coming, we were going. Love's been running from the lawyer. They can lock me up tomorrow morning. I know you love me when I'm going. I know you love me when I'm going. I know you love me when I'm gone.
Nice one. Take Me Back, Logan Staats. And, okay, well, can I break the news publicly? Apparently, Logan is engaged.
That's right.
Yeah, he's engaged, people.
Can you believe that?
To Hannah, the beautiful Hannah Hall. She's out there somewhere. I won't make you stand up, but there you are. And you guys are going out west to get hitched.
Yeah, that's right.
I hear.
We're gonna go. We're gonna get married on the front line where we met. You know?
Oh, that's where you met?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's kind of fitting. Well, that's great. I'm real happy for you guys, and I'm sure it'll work out great. So we're getting to the close of the show here. I do want to mention that you guys can see more of Logan's stuff at loganstaats.ca, and he's on all the social media because he's so much younger than me. I'm not on any social, but you are. And we've also got some merch on the way out, I think, do we?
No, I don't have any merch.
No, we got no merch on the way out, so what you want to do is just go online. I'm sure you can get it online, right? If you want to download some of his songs, and they're great. I love this guy. I love you. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. All right. What a guy. I got to say thanks too to a few other folks, and we're going to do another song before we say goodnight. But I just want to start by saying, first of all, we are a non-profit charity organization. I sound like Arlo Guthrie or something, but it's we could use any donations. So if you people have any spare cash, we'd love it. No, but we've been suffering here, but now we're back in action, so I think it's all good. But if you can make a donation, you can go to thewestdale.ca/donate, and we'd love you. I want to thank the production team that we got here. We got such a great team. Like, you think we just walk in and do this, but no, these guys are here like at noon setting up all that gear back there. So I want to thank them for that. There's Neil Miller, our executive director. I love that guy. We got Mark and his partner Jordana doing all this audio and video stuff that goes out. We got Norm and his crew doing the audio right here and also going out. Yeah, and then we've got sponsors. We got Marie Phillips, who's here tonight. I think she's here every night. Marie Phillips from Next Steps Planning, IPC Securities. I want to thank Clear Cable. They're the guys who au gratis, what's the French? I don't know, anyway, for free. They get us up on the internet there with cheese. That's Clear Cable. We got Judy Marcel's Real Estate. Judy is not here for the first. Judy is here. Like, didn't I just say that? Judy's here. Yeah, of course. I just miss you because usually, we talked before, but I missed you. And we've got Dave Gruggan, our resident photographer. Incite Foundation for the Arts. We got to love those guys. They actually give us money, and the Ontario Trillium Foundation too. And I just got to say, on Thursday night, we're doing a special event. It's called Hamilton Helps Ukraine, because, they're having a little bit of trouble over there. Actually, I got to say, I'm proud of those guys. They're like hanging in there, the Ukrainians, right? Like, I would have thought this wouldn't go on like this, but I got to hand it to those people. And so they're coming here on Thursday to do some talking. There's going to be a movie, a neat movie. And my favorite part is there's going to be a Ukrainian accordion player. And, okay, I understand your fear of that. Like, a lot of people are afraid of accordions. They're up there with bagpipes. No, I'm just kidding. But I love the accordion myself, and I'm looking forward to seeing that. So I'll be here. That's this Thursday at 7 o'clock. Hamilton Helps Ukraine here at the Westdale. Next up, next month, 1 month from now, we've got Rita Shirelli. Now, she's a legend for sure. Canada's most highly acclaimed female blues artist. She's won a gazillion awards. And she's Hamilton's own, Rita Shirelli. So she'll be here on June the 6th. And that's about it. I want to thank all you guys for braving coming out here tonight to join us in a live audience. I love that. And thanks to the folks, in their living room that are watching us there at home. So thanks a lot, folks, for supporting us and watching our show. So we're going to finish up with, I think this is my favorite song of yours. And you folks should go home and watch the video because it brought a tear to my eye. Dead Man, it's called, Dead Man. So, enough said. Let's do Dead Man, and let's hear it for Logan Staats coming in tonight. Yeah, I love this guy. Dead Man.
Dig up my bone, carry my body whole, and I'll buy back my soul with the gold that I'm owed. 'Cause I be the dead man a dead man, just walking away. Give me back my love, and I think she's had enough. And give me back my love, and I think she's had enough. So did you get your fill of your thrill? You better put down the pill. She hits for you. 'Cause I've been a dead man, just walking away. 'Cause I've been a dead man, just walking away. Give me back my love, and I think she's had enough. And give me back my love, and I think she's had enough. So I've been a dead man, just walking away. 'Cause I've been a dead man, just walking away. Give me back my love, and I think she's had enough. Give me back my love, and I think she's had enough. So
Logan Staats. Thanks, Logan.
thank you. Thank you.
Great night. Thanks a lot for coming, folks. We'll see you next month. Thank you.